Some of the world's dream beach destinations now charge over $600 a night for a crowded sunbed, lukewarm cocktails, and an ocean you share with 100 selfie sticks. Before you drop thousands on Waikiki, Santorini, or Bora Bora just because Instagram told you to, watch this. These are 10 overrated beach destinations in 2026, and the nearby islands that give you better water, fewer crowds, and way more value. Welcome to the List Quest, your weekly guide to the world's most beautiful escapes, without the tourist traps. In this countdown, we're taking on 10 famous beach spots that look perfect online, but in 2026 are crowded, overpriced, and often disappointing once you land. For each one, you'll get what it really costs in 2026, why it's overrated now, a better island close by, what you'll actually spend there, and the best months to go. Stay with me until number 1. It's a bucket list island where you can save over $500 a night just by shifting a few miles. At number 10, Waikiki, Hawaii. Waikiki sells a postcard. In 2026, it delivers a shopping mall with sand. Oceanfront hotels easily hit $350 to $600 a night in peak months. The main beach is shoulder to shoulder by midday, surf lessons feel like factory lines, and traffic along Kalakaua Avenue crawls. You're paying premium island prices for a city vacation. Kauai, just a short flight away, is where Hawaii still feels cinematic. Here, $220 to $350 a night gets you plantation-style inns or condos surrounded by jungle and cliffs. Hanalei Bay gives you a huge crescent of sand with actual elbow room. Hike the Nepali coast, swim under waterfalls, or snorkel with sea turtles without hearing car horns. Best time? April to June and September to early November. Lush, warm, and far fewer crowds than summer. If you want Hawaii to feel like a movie, not a mall, trade Waikiki's tower blocks for Kauai's cliffs and valleys. At number 9, Cancun Hotel Zone, Mexico. Cancun's hotel zone is now a wall of all-inclusive towers fighting over the same stretch of sand. In 2026, mid-range resorts often start around $250 to $350 per night before resort fees. The beach can feel like a never-ending playlist of loudspeakers, jet skis, and spring break energy, even when it's not spring. 20 minutes by ferry away, Isla Mujeres is what many travelers think Cancun will be, but rarely is. Here, $130 to $220 a night gets you boutique hotels and guest houses walking distance from Playa Norte, a shallow turquoise bay that looks filtered even in real life. Golf carts replace traffic jams, and beach bars trade EDM for acoustic guitars and sunsets. Go January to April for clear seas, or November to early December for value before holiday prices kick in. Same Caribbean water, same easy flights, but your office wallpaper photos will have a lot fewer strangers in the background. At number 8, Phuket, Thailand. Phuket is Thailand's original island superstar, and by 2026, it knows it. Patong Beach can feel like a theme park, aggressive touts, club noise until sunrise, and prices that creep higher every season. Traffic between beaches can eat hours of your day, and peak season hotel rates in the popular areas rival European cities. Koh Lanta, a few hours south by road and ferry, quietly delivers the Thailand people dream of. Expect $40 to $90 a night for beachfront bungalows and $120 to $180 for stylish resorts right on the sand. Long Beach and Klong Dao stretch out wide and calm, with sunsets that feel private even when other travelers are there. Scooter along the west coast, kayak into mangroves, and dine on fresh seafood for under $10 a plate. Visit November to April for dry skies and smooth seas. You'll still see day trip ads for Phuket. You just won't miss it. At number 7, Bali's Kuta and Canggu Strip, Indonesia. Bali's Kuta, Legian, and parts of Canggu have gone from surf town charm to influencer traffic jam. In 2026, you'll dodge scooters, construction, and selfie shoots just across the street. Beaches can be murky in rainy season, and the cheap Bali myth fades fast when villas and cafes are priced for global demand. Hop 30 minutes by boat to Nusa Lembongan and Nusa Ceningan, and Bali suddenly feels like an island again. Here, $40 to $80 a night buys clifftop bungalows with infinity pools. Blue Lagoon and Dream Beach live up to their names. Clear water, dramatic cliffs, and far fewer feet in the sand. Scooters are slower, roads are emptier, and the loudest sound at night is the ocean. Best time to go is May to October for dry season and calmer seas. You still get Bali's temples and rice terraces on day trips, but you sleep where you can actually hear yourself think. At number 6, Santorini, Greece. Santorini is every honeymoon board on Pinterest, and every cruise itinerary, and every luxury brand campaign. The result? In 2026, cliffside hotels at $300 to $600 a night, jammed sunset viewpoints in Ischia, and narrow alleys where you queue just to take a photo. Beaches are dramatic, but mostly black or volcanic stone, not the soft, swimmable sand many imagine. Naxos, a short ferry away, quietly outperforms it for actual beach life. Here, $90 to $160 a night gets you family-run hotels a short stroll from Agios Prokopios or Plaka Beach. Long, golden, and shallow, perfect for swimming. Tavernas pour local wine for a few euros, and plates are piled high, not plated for Instagram. Go in June or September for warm water and half the crowds of July to August. You can still day trip to Santorini if you need that caldera shot. Then escape back to a real beach. At number 5, Mykonos, Greece. Mykonos sells itself as glamorous and charges accordingly. In 2026, decent hotels in high season can hit 300 to 500 euros a night. Beach clubs charge admission before you even order a drink, and many beaches feel more like staged parties than places to swim. If you're not into nightlife, you're basically paying a VIP cover fee for nothing. Paros, one ferry stop away, keeps the Cycladic charm and drops the performance. Here, 120 to 220 euros a night covers stylish guest houses in Nusa or Parikia. Beaches like Colimbitres and Golden Beach give you clear water, soft sand, and space to actually lie down. Nightlife exists, but you'll share it with locals, not just other tourists. Visit late May through June or September for warm seas and long golden evenings. You'll still get whitewashed lanes and blue shutters, just with more souvlaki than champagne spray. At number 4, South Beach, Miami, USA. South Beach looks iconic in movies. Neon lights, classic cars, and that endless strip of sand. On the ground in 2026, expect 300 to 500 hotel nights, pricey parking, and a beach where music and crowds rarely take a break. Ocean Drive is more about being seen than actually relaxing by the sea. Drive just a couple of hours south and the vibe flips in the Florida Keys, especially around Islamorada. Here, $180 to $280 a night gets you low-rise resorts and inns right on the water. You trade wide, artificial beaches for tropical shallows, mangroves, and sandbars that feel like private islands at low tide. Snorkel reefs, kayak through clear channels, or watch sunset from a dock with a $6 beer instead of a $26 cocktail. Go December through April for dry skies and balmy evenings. If beach to you means ocean time, not nightclub time, Islamorada wins. At number 3, Amalfi Coast, Italy. Amalfi, Positano, Ravello, names that have become shorthand for "I spent a lot of money on vacation." In 2026, you're looking at 250 to 500 euros a night for basic rooms, congested cliff roads, and tiny pebbled beaches you share with every cruise excursion in the region. Many travelers leave with more photos than actual time in the water. Just across the bay from Naples, Ischia and nearby Procida offer the same emerald and pastel fantasy at a slower pace. On Ischia, 120 to 220 euros a night buys spa hotels with thermal pools and sea views. Sandy beaches like Maronti and Chitara let you actually stretch out. Procida, smaller, more colorful, feels like a movie set nobody has quite discovered yet. Visit May through June or September through October for swimmable seas and quieter villages. You still see Vesuvius on the horizon, just without bus horns in your ears. At number 2, Bora Bora, French Polynesia. Bora Bora is the ultimate screensaver, and in 2026, it's priced like a screensaver you'll be paying off all year. Overwater bungalows routinely sit in the $900 to $1,500 per night range. Many resorts are on private motus, so every excursion is another boat ride and another bill. It's stunning, but also carefully staged and carefully monetized. Moorea, one short ferry from Tahiti, gives you the same luminous lagoon for half the price. Here, $250 to $450 a night buys beachfront bungalows and small resorts where you can snorkel straight from shore with rays and reef sharks. Jagged green peaks rise right behind the beach, and you can rent a car or scooter to explore instead of booking every move through a concierge. Go May to October for drier weather and postcard-clear water. You'll come home with the same "is this real?" photos, and maybe enough money left to plan your next trip. At number 1, Maldives main resort atolls. The Maldives have become the ultimate brag. Private villas, infinity pools, and sandbanks that vanish at high tide. In 2026, many classic resort islands charge $700 to $1,500 per night, plus transfers that can hit $400 to $800 per person. You're fenced into one island, eating at the same restaurants, paying premium prices for every latte and snorkel trip. What most travelers don't realize, Maldivian local islands now offer guest houses and small hotels on separate islands, using the same lagoons, without the 5-star markup. On islands like Rasdhoo, Todu, and Maafushi, $80 to $200 a night gets you clean rooms steps from the sand. Day trips take you to sandbanks, reefs, and manta points that look identical to resort brochures. Local ferries cost a fraction of seaplanes. Yes, you'll respect local culture, dress modestly away from bikini beaches, no alcohol outside designated zones, but in exchange, you get real Maldivian life, real prices, and the same surreal water. If you've written off the Maldives as too expensive, 2026 is your year to rethink it. As long as you're willing to trade logos for local. From Waikiki's concrete jungle to Bora Bora's luxury bubble, a famous name doesn't guarantee a better beach. It usually just guarantees a bigger bill. Shift just one island over, from Santorini to Naxos, from Mykonos to Paros, from resort atolls to local islands. And you keep the turquoise water, the sunsets, and the palm trees. But you lose the crowds and the financial hangover. Tell me in the comments, which overrated beach surprised you the most? And which alternative are you adding to your 2026 wish list? If you want even more ways to outsmart the travel industry, your next stop should be 10 countries where $100 feels like $1,000 in 2026. Hit subscribe to the List Quest, your shortcut to the world's most beautiful escapes, without the tourist trap.